I was trying to conjure up a good plan today for day 330 of Toddy making daily videos of his life and setting up multiple businesses. I don't have much to bring today other than the trees blossoming, the birds are singing, and I've got beetroot all over my t-shirt because Vito was enjoying feeding me lots of sliced beetroot. Did a beef rib today as a bit of a new moon celebration. We're a bit into the moon, we're a bit witchy, we're a bit crazy. But I like to believe there's something bigger and higher and more powerful than us going on. And it's, whether it's placebo or not, doesn't really matter, does it? If you believe in something and it feels good, then why not? Why not? So yeah, I've been, I had the short rib with some chips. We've had chips 3 nights in a row. We're now out of potatoes, other than the sweet potatoes, which Vito's loving, mashed, pureed. Roast the sweet potatoes whole and then take out the insides and then fry that with some coconut oil and butter. Double fat. Big on the fats for Vito, and it's working. He's like the size of a 2-year-old and he's only 1 and a bit. I mean, size isn't everything, is it? But he's healthy, he's happy. So yeah, I was going to come up with some clever lesson today, but it's hard with everything going on at the minute to come up with thoughtful videos every day. I was going to talk a bit about like the ego after a conversation I had yesterday. And like, you know, if you're having a conversation with people and there's instant reactions, or if you want to instantly react to something and defend yourself, that's the ego. That's the egoic mind. It's the monkey mind, the simple mind. I mean, the ego it's not all bad. I think the ego has a bad rep, but it's there for the good and the bad, but it's a tool basically to protect us, a safety mechanism. But I think, yeah, when I've just been fascinated about this stuff for years and learning about the mind and how it works and communication. And yeah, when debates can like heat up and the listening skills dissolve and it's all about bang 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 and it rises and the energy rises and the energy rises, you know, that's never healthy, is it? Because nobody's really listening, nobody's really, or at least one of the parties isn't listening. So yeah, it's good to be aware of the egoic mind. It's a part of our mind. It's part of us. Our mind is part of us. We have a mind, we have a body, but we are us. Those mind and bodies are part of us, and part of the mind, the egoic mind, is part of that mind. We have a high mind, a lower mind, a monkey mind, whatever you want to call them. There's different names being given to these different forms of mind over time, and I guess there's the conscious, the subconscious as well. And you know, we're all about like making change and evolving and pushing life forward in those 5 areas as well, and trying to consciously, actively invoke evolution, invoke change, and that's uncomfortable. That is, and I've had some, and that's why we've said a lot of the time, like early on, you need to try and push, you need to actively push at this stuff, the future stuff and evolving, because you're naturally just going to want to slip into the old habits, slip into the comfortable situation, because it's just easier. It just feels comfortable. It's just like the alarm goes off in the morning. It's just easier to stay in bed, isn't it? It just is. And that's kind of what it is. It's like, oh, should I go out and actively read a book or actively learn this new skill or actively learn about this new business model? Or should I just do what I did yesterday? But yeah, communication. There's been a lot of like just, yeah, crazy, like coming to end of cycles and healing and things going on, which is healthy, which is good. I'm just trying to face everything, and Emily and I are, so we give Vito like the best upbringing possible. That's our job, to not ruin him with our patterns, because we all have these patterns, and whether you like it or not, like it doesn't, we just do, and it's uncomfortable to recognize those. Most people don't. Most people just go along with life and carry on, and these patterns play out in different forms. We've talked about those four kind of behavior types in the past: the poor me, the interrogator, the intimidator, and the aloof. So it's like, I mean, aloof being, I think it's like if somebody gets upset, then you could just do the quiet, kind of treatment, and then they're like, oh, what's up with them? And then they kind of come in and they're like, oh no, leave me alone. You know, that's a behavior type. That's an energy exchange. But then there's the interrogator as well that will just like blah 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 blah. And a lot of people I've noticed, once I've getting into this, like tend to switch between a lot of these, and they'll be the interrogator, blah 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 blah, grab 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 grab, and then they'll be like, oh yeah, poor me, oh yeah, stupid old me, and playing this game. And it's I don't know how the ego, I mean, the ego is all connected with that. I don't know how to articulate that point right now, but it's just, I'm just fascinated by all this stuff, and I want to continually improve myself, continually evolve myself to like not have any of these patterns. And just had a few things recently where I've had the I guess the potential to witness these, and it was almost funny because I was witnessing myself and the situation at the same time, and my past self almost at the same time, of how I would have reacted or how my ego would react in that moment, but how I was, all simultaneously. And it's funny because I picked up a book this morning. There's a couple of one of the book that I was going to bring out and do the video on, it wasn't downstairs. I think Emily took it upstairs. It's a good book to just pick up and open randomly and like grab a paragraph, and we've just been doing that and reading it out to each other, and it's been really good. But there's another book by BKS Iyengar called The Tree of Yoga, which is he's just a ancient yogi dude, and brings it from the spiritual texts, the ancient texts, which I love. And I just picked up the book this morning, and while Vito was playing with his trains and Emily was making breakfast, I just love to pick up this book and just open it randomly. And it said the yogis, when you're in the right state, you're simultaneously able to think and be aware of your thoughts and use your mind for thinking, but you're also simultaneously just aware and awareness. And you've got these two. It's funny, oh my god, it described it as railroads. And Vito was there playing with his trains. It described it, the paragraph opened up as two railroads. And that's how BKS Iyengar was saying it. It's like, it's not that you shouldn't think or use your mind and have thoughts like that. That's a tool that we have, but you should simultaneously be doing it with total awareness and total control. And I guess that's being in control, or aware at least. In control may be the wrong word, but certainly aware and in control, to summarize it really, of the egoic mind. Like, it's there, but you can be simultaneously aware of it, because I think a lot of people act out of the egoic mind, and it takes it over, and the egoic mind never wants to be wrong. It never wants to be doubted. It will always protect you. It will always do whatever it can to just, it wants to be right. It wants to go over the past. It wants to like feed itself with being correct, when a lot of the times it's past and it's gone, and there is time for going over those things, and in a good two-way communication, which takes listening skills. Like, we have 2 ears, 1 mouth. And in this certain conversation, I mostly listened and was asked questions and wasn't even allowed to answer a lot of those questions because they kept talking. And yeah, it's just funny. It's funny to witness it while simultaneously being aware of how you might have acted in the past, or your ego might act now. So, something to think about. This video's rolled into a rambling randomness of the mind and the ego. But it's fascinating stuff because we don't think about this. We see our physical bodies and we're like, oh yeah, there's a foot, there's a leg, we know how that works. But the mind, you can't see it. It's invisible. It's a fugazi, it's a woozy, it's a wazzy. It's not there, is it? But there are parts to it that we can learn about and that we can try to understand and learn to harmonize, manage, utilize. You know, we're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But I think in an altercation, when things get heated, the energy can rise. And I think if that does happen to you, like tomorrow, next week, next month, whatever it is, try and just observe it and observe what you might normally do and almost feel it simultaneously, but not do it. I'm really hoping this is making sense because this has just been happening to me quite a bit recently, and it's just felt really good because I felt like I've not given up my power, and I felt like they wanted to have some energy from me and wanted to play out this behavior pattern which they've been used to, but they didn't get it. And afterwards then you don't feel drained, you don't feel like energized, you just feel whole, you just feel you. So yeah, I wish the best for everybody. To all my past people and lessons and everything, nobody's perfect, and I think it's good to acknowledge that. It's good to come to peace with that. It's good to write about it, journal about it. This particular incident I'm talking about, I've done a lot of journaling about, a lot of talking to Emily about, and some crying, and yeah, coming to peace with it. And I think that's what allowed me to then deal with the situation in a different way and observe what was going on. I'm not saying I'm better and they're worse or anything like that. It's just like I've made peace with it from my side, so I didn't let things play out the same way as they have in the past. And so I think, yeah, if you have any situations going on now, anything from the past involving people, work, finances, whatever it is, start writing it down, start coming to terms with it, start forgiving yourself, forgiving what you did, forgiving what it may be, forgiving them, like as bad as they might have been. Like, it is life. We're here to learn. We're here to have these dances of energies and exchanges and meetings, and yeah, life's not easy, but I think it can be easier if we're willing to learn these things and admit our mistakes and know we're not perfect and come to terms with the healing from our side and go, okay, because I was, after this, I could look back on that whole situation and for the first time not have negative emotions attached to it. We've talked a little bit about this, and yeah, that felt good. It was like, okay, that happened. I've accepted all that happened now. Who knows what a lot of the details are, and really it doesn't matter because I've forgiven it. I have different priorities now, and so yeah, anyway, I hope that made sense. Who knows what's going on? It's day 330, I believe, of making daily videos. We've got coaching below, we've got links below, we're making loads of businesses. I've got a new laptop now, I'm supercharged. We've got the van going, I've got screw fix orders coming in, we've ordered a new baby seat, we've got the ISO fix sorted, we've got screws, corner brackets. I'm calling the woodyard tomorrow. We've got rice soaking, we've got porridge soaking for tomorrow for the breakfast. We've got, the lawn has been mowed, the rye's growing. We're probably not going to be in time to eat it. Well, we won't because we're going, but that's life. Hurrah.